1, 2, 3, owner. I'm an owner now. I didn't think I would ever be saying this, but this is Chris. Dale's somewhere else. Hear that? Oh, he won't stop purring. I'll lay him back in his little chair though. Oh, you want more loving? Okay, well, I could talk to the camera and hold you at the same time, Chris. But I filmed on Saturday. Very little. I wanted to film more, but it was a quick process and I thought it was going to take a lot longer. But I adopted 2 damn cats. I can't. It's just so for real. And I have a lot of feelings. Look. I can't. But yeah. I need to sit down if I'm going to talk to you guys, if Chris wants me holding him. Do you want down? Oh, he's gone. He's gone. Okay. But yes, I have so much to tell you guys. I feel like the camera's... I have so much to freaking tell you guys. And oh, I think he's coming back. And yeah, I think... Come here. I think I'm gonna have to move. Hold on, I'm sorry, boo. He wants to be attached to me now. But first of all, you're not gonna see my head, but I just have so much to tell you guys and fill you guys in on. And I think that it's so hard to focus when Chris wants like everything. But yeah, so I think that first of all, it has been such an experience. Now, I don't ever talk about it on here, but we did have 2 cats prior to Chip and Dale, which his real name is Chris, but me and my mom accidentally renamed him Chip, so we do use both names. But yes, he just like literally wants everything on top of me. He wants like all the freaking loving. Like I said, Dale is hiding. He is more of a very like Dale is very he's outgoing and playful, but it's only when he wants it to be. So yeah, I think that It was such a good experience, and I was very negative at first about it. I was like, I couldn't understand how long the process was going to take, because I did go through Petco, and my Petco uses I'll have there, if you live around here, Southwest Florida, I will have the link down for you guys. It was such an amazing opportunity, and RAIN, which stands for Rescue Animals in Need, they were so kind. And I originally went for Gabe, and by the time that I had gotten the email back, Gabe was already in a new home, which is okay, because these two, when my mom and I went to Petco together like 2 weeks ago, I think a week ago, she saw Chris and Dale playing like no tomorrow, and I think that it was the best that I was approved for Chris. And I originally wasn't approved for Dale at the moment. And then she's like, since you're already approved for Chris, I don't really understand why you wouldn't be able to be approved for Dale. So I was like, I have some shopping to do in the Petco anyway. Because she's like, oh, I have to groom them. And so she was like, how about you just go shopping and I'll groom them and get the email, see if I can get my associate to help me out, because again, it was an event type of thing. So they she was only there from like, I think 11 to 4. So she basically I had gotten everything that I needed, and then I had went back to the original, like the area, and she had a like a little table out there right in front of all the cats. You want to move, honey? Hold on, baby cakes. Let me put that chair back in for you. There you go, you do you. But I was like, oh shoot, I forgot carriers for the I was like, oh shoot, like I forgot the carriers for you know, to take them home in. Oh, you are loving that. I'll show you guys. But I was like, I have to go back and get carriers. And then I had stopped over by there. I was like, hey, are these good? She's like, no, they have to be enclosed. So I was like, okay. Oh, Chris. How did you get yourself in that situation? Chris literally just fucking fell off the... He fell off of it. But basically she's like, you're gonna need 2. So I'm like, oh, that's great, like whatever. So what no one told me, and I didn't know, is that there was a sand sculpting fest on the island. So it took me, pardon me, it took me an hour and 40 minutes. And I would look back anytime that I was able to. And, oh, Chris, hello. And, come here. And, oh, geez, Chris. Chris is being a menace now that he's awake. But sorry, I lost train of thought here. oh, it took me an hour and 40 minutes because of the sand sculpting fest. And, which is fine, but I would look back at them and I couldn't see Dale because, and here's a picture of Dale, but Dale is an all black cat. So I couldn't see him in the black carrier. So I would just like hope for the best. But Chris is a very like outgoing, and if he's not sleeping, he's literally like active, and he loves to play and be like around people. And you can tell Chris has been around people longer than Dale has. But Here, do you want to cuddle? Oh, no, you just want to, oh, okay. Let's move it. Oh, geez. Okay. Here, come here. Let's not play with that. But, basically, Chris cried for a little bit and then basically passed the fuck out. He literally fell asleep in the car, like this and everything. And I looked back and I swear on my life, I will never forget it. That is one of the only experiences I was like a loss for words. I mean, I had already been in the car for like a little over an hour, so I was like, we're all collectively ready to get the fuck out of the car. But it was such a good experience, and honestly, they're skittish to my parents just a bit because they were at bingo when I had gotten both Chip and Dale, or Chris and Dale. Are you gonna play with my feet, or do you want up? Oh, sorry. Here, come here. Come here, Bill. Got out of your fucking chair. Okay, I don't know what he wants. Hold on. And basically, yeah, it was such a good experience. Cramps. I think you and I both. He wants his chair back is what he wants. I'm trying to get through it, but he keeps interrupting me. But I think it's such a good experience, and honestly, I can't even explain how I feel. And for those of you who are wondering how to welcome two rescue cats into your own home, bring them up first. Now, if you weren't as prepared as I was, or I'm sorry, if you weren't as prepared like I was, I would suggest bringing the cats up first, or whatever animal, and whatever animal you have adopted, and get everything else out of your car, and then set up, depending on how many animals, I set up 2 water bowls and 2 food bowls for them, and I put out 3 treats, just kind of like spread out in that area. And I gently unzipped the pet carrier, and I basically let them roam around. They roamed for about 30 minutes, and then by the time I started cooking dinner, because by the time I got home it was like almost 3 o'clock. So by the time I started cooking dinner, they were playing with each other, and I had sat and played with them in between. They literally cuddle up to me, and Dale does this thing where when Chris is sleeping in the bed with me and like we're both asleep, basically Dale will come up to the bed and he will peck me in the face, just like with his nose. And usually he has a very cold nose. He'll just, and then he'll like that, or he'll nudge me somewhere or walk all over me, and then basically I'll have to turn on the light for like 20 minutes, like 10 to like 30 minutes max, play with him for a little bit, turn off the light. He'll do his little walk around, and then he'll sleep on me, and then he'll sleep with me, and then he'll do it again like an hour later. But let me fucking tell you, first of all, since I had already had 2 cats in the past, I know exactly what to do. And honestly, the only difference that I, am like, the only difference between the cats that I had previously to these were, by the time that I was old enough to figure out, who my cats were and like everything, by the time I was old enough to know my cats in and out, they were seniors. So these are kittens, so they are very playful, and what's nice is that I do have time every day to spend with them. So even if I was working a 9 to 5, I wake up early anyway, so I could just finagle my workout schedule around them. But honestly, I am so in love. And going back to how I feel, I think that they're open every other weekend, and the first one would be in December. I think it was like the 22nd or something like that. So going back to how I feel, I think that because I knew mentally that I was so ready for a cat, I was only gonna get one, and then my mom wanted one. Hers is Dale, mine is Chris, or Chip. And Chris is like a baby to me. He literally goes everywhere I go, and if he's not in the same area as me, it's probably because he's already been sleeping. Okay. My mom is currently on her lunch break, and basically we have to take them to the vet within 14 days. But the vet that we are going to take them to, their availability schedule doesn't really align with ours, and my mom and I want to go together because we find that it would be a little easier. So we're trying to finagle ourselves. Dale's hiding like usual, and Chip is just laying on the chair. she's asking how everything's going. But I just, like, I do not and one thing that I don't condone is getting a cat or any animal that you are not ready for. And I think it because it's been 12 years, and I just felt like when I had first signed up for Gabe, you're about to fall off that chair, but nonetheless, I think that I don't condone getting an animal that you aren't ready for. And I knew as soon as I signed up for Gabe that like I couldn't get the feeling of how my day-to-day life would go out of my head, and I kept repeating it moment after moment after moment after moment, and I felt so at peace. Like, I realized last night that I felt so at peace with them being here. Now, because I was the one who adopted them, and because I was there for the first couple hours, they are kind of like, they think that I'm the mother, which is great. That's fine, it's whatever. They're, like I said, they always are following me, like I said, unless they're sleeping. But they have so much energy at night, and that's one thing that's just, we're getting used to in this household, because it's been empty footsteps for 12 years. So I think that we're just adapting to the new lifestyle. And yeah, I think that this has truly been such a really good experience. And keeping it real and raw, I literally have never felt as good as I do now in forever, it feels like. And yeah, I think that that's all I really have to say. And so that was what I've been keeping for quite some time. And I'm so glad to share it with you guys. And if you guys didn't watch the podcast or didn't notice, Chip, or Chris, so the gray one with mitten feet, or the white feet, so mitten feet, he was actually in the podcast that I just filmed. So you guys should go check that out and see if you find Chris in there. I do not know where Dale is. Last time I remember, he hid under my bed. There's little like pockets in my bed because I have things under my bed, and there's little pockets, so he hides in one of those few pockets. But yeah, I am going to give Chris his spot back, but I hope you guys enjoyed Vlogmas Day 1, and tell me in the comments how many animals you've had and what they were and their names. Okay, just not my feet. So this is Dale.